Your boys are back. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's fucking go.
Let's go. This ain't the fuck night. Oh, this game can heat stink.
Oh shit!
It's gone.
Good evening, A2D Radio. I am your host with the most. I am the commissioner, the one, the only. I am Ritz. And joining me is my tag team partner, the mayor of Toasty Town, the one and only Butters. What the hell are you doing?
It's called Fat Man Dancing, okay?
Is that like the jacked up truffle shuffle?
Sorta, because I'm sitting down. I can't do a good truffle shuffle.
I swear to God, the next time I see you, and I will use the power of social media to send that thing all over the planet. Just so we're clear. But
nobody wants to see my fat belly do the truffle shuffle.
As he sits there and tries to dance. Keyword, tries.
Right?
But if Ritz and Butters are on your screen, that means it's time for another episode of In This Very Ring. Right here on YouTube Radio. And we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And ladies and gentlemen, we are brought to you as always by Body Check Wellness. They are a line of products that promote wellness, balance, and recovery by using the full potential of hemp. They come in extracts, blends, gummies, and topicals. Use promo code A2D for 25% off your order at bodycheckwellness.com. Well, it's been a while since we've been here. The last time we were on the air was our Mission Pro Wrestling special, which if you missed it, catch it in the archives. Heads up, sounds a little off. We had new equipment. Cut me a break. But it was a lot of fun. We got to talk to Kylan King.
Oh, it really was.
Yeah, we got to talk to Kylan King. We got to talk to
Ray Chanel,
thank you, and Jasmine Allure.
I'm sorry, Richey. I think it's Richey Chanel.
Richey Chanel, yes. But anyway, it was so fun. Like we were up at B52. I'm not B52. Southern Star Brewery. God, I'll get in so much trouble for that. We were at Southern Star Brewery doing the. We watched the show. Great show. Oh
my God, amazing!
Finish, fantastic show. And we had no idea what to expect. All we knew is that we would get an opportunity to talk to some of the talent.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way to equate it, the feeling, it felt like post-game at like the World Series. They threw somebody at us like right out the gate. They threw Kylan at us right out the gate. And then waiting in the wings about 3 or 4 minutes later was Chanel. And then we got to talking a little bit more. And then they threw Jasmine at us. It was awesome. So much fun. Had such a blast. And then we were off for Halloween. We were off last week because not Halloween. I just was not going up against the World Series.
Oh, no. God, no. You don't ever go up against something like that. I don't care
Absolutely
who you are.
not. Absolutely
especially when you're a wrestling show, you don't go up against one of the biggest, sports events of the, of the season. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, no. Thanks for playing. Have a nice day.
You're right.
But now we're back. We've got a lot to talk about. Our topic of conversation, and it's so like I love WWE. I really do. And here's why. Let me tell you why. So
I can't wait for this one.
When WWE announced the releases, I guess that was Thursday.
Yep. No, it was Friday.
Was it? No, it was Thursday.
No, I could have sworn it was Friday they announced all the releases.
No, it was Thursday. Because I went to karaoke. And Jax and I talked about it. And Jax went to karaoke Thursday.
I could have sworn.
Shut up, I'm right. Irrelevant of the day. right? Irrelevant of the day.
Thursday, I knew it.
You said Friday, you stupid bastard.
Oh, I didn't I? Damn it.
You are dumb.
Oh, you know
are
it. You
dumb.
know it. Oh, woo, woo, woo.
But anyway, I said, okay, we're going to lead with the releases. It's a big story. It's going to be what's, this is what we're going to lead with. And so today, I always wait till like the last possible second to put the show together.
For good reason.
For good reason. I've had it way too many times where WWE has done something or AEW has done something or something's happened in the wrestling world after I put the show together, and it's a scramble to try to fix things. And I said to Frank, who makes our graphics, I told him first thing this morning, I said, Frank, we're going to lead with the releases. For the thumbnail, let's do a picture of like Karrion Kross and Keith Lee. Cool. Right? And I thought nothing of it. And then we're sitting in the A2D wrestling chat, and somebody dropped in a screenshot of WWE's Twitter page where it said they were going to release the Survivor Series teams. And I went audibly in my boss's office, son of a bitch. Because I already had a good chunk of the show written.
Yeah.
Right? And I couldn't come up with a couple pieces here, a couple pieces there. I went and erased everything. I messaged Frank, don't make a thumbnail. I don't know what the hell's happening right now. So our topic of conversation brought to you by Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy. He's got 2 locations, Burlington and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's our doc. Make him yours. That's Dr. Paul Vidal at SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com. Survivor Series should get rid of champion versus champion and go back to its roots. Hashtag agree or disagree. And this is spawned from, we had a conversation as the teams were dropping. And Chrome's the one that brought it up. And so I messaged Chrome and I said, hey, do you mind if I use this for our topic tonight? And he's like, absolutely, go right ahead with it. So, Butters, what do you think? Should you get rid of champion versus champion and go back to the traditional Survivor Series tag team matches? Now, if you're an 80s or 90s baby, that is just taking... I
wholeheartedly agree that, we should go back with, to the old school Survivor Series. We should go back to, the original way. Get rid of this champion versus championship because it's not really doing any good. You're just looking at brand supremacy, and every year it ends up being the same bullshit, the same BS. And I would rather stick with the old school method of, the good guys versus the bad guys, or, Team Random versus Team Random. I mean, hell, this year alone we're getting Team Random versus Team Random, but it's still champion versus champion, Raw versus SmackDown. I don't want that. Just give me everybody, just do like the old school days. And I even said something in the chat, you have all these Raw and SmackDown throwbacks. You have all these old school shows. Why not do that with a pay-per-view? Survivor Series would be a great pay-per-view to do a throwback.
I agree. I completely agree. And so before we get to my answer, we're going to cut over to the chat. And our first comment is by Julie Wilt. And it is brought to you by All Campus. They're giving 25% off everything in stores, including hats, shirts, and team cornhole sets to all subscribers. Julie says, I think SmackDown has the better team. We're going to jump into the teams here as I give the answer. I kind of don't disagree with her, but I agree a little bit. Pete Evans, Yo Fam, Brian Daly, what's up? You can check Brian on Hockey Happy Hour every Tuesday night, and Pete on Birds of a Feather every Thursday night during Thursday Night Football. Brian wants to see you do the Truffle Shuffle, Butters.
Maybe one day.
Jake, I'll make it fucking happen. Don't test me. Jake Friel goes, what up, fellas? Going to agree to the poll. Check Jake out every Friday night on Fan Friday. Holy hell, here's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Edie!
Our man Edie Zahari is back. Edie says, Survivor Series since 2016 brand split, mostly not important. It's now about brand supremacy and whose brand is better. Also, we benefit from champion versus champion, where you get something like Brock versus AJ or Brock Daniel Bryan, Seth Nakamura. There are good and there are bads, and we'll dive into it, once I bring up mine. Daly says those releases were shocking. Ryan Brodo's early tonight, folks, which tells me that the Sixers won, because when Ryan comes in all happily and giddy, typically something happened well in the Philly sports world. He says, hello, gentlemen. I'm just here to remind the world that the Chicago Bulls fell victim to George
Niang's.
I'm not even trying. I won't do it justice. I'll make somebody mad. Moving on with my life. Chicago Bulls fell victim to the Sixers. Thank you for your time. Also, Mr. Brodo agrees to the poll. Daly agrees to the poll. And the Godfather himself, Tom Arnone, chiming in, saying, let's go. And he says, always go back to your roots.
Thank you.
So, Survivor Series should go, you've been a champion versus champion, and go back to its roots. I strongly agree to this, with the caveat of where Edie was mentioning Brock versus AJ, Brock versus Bryan, Seth versus Nakamura. Dream matches, right? We can still have some of those moments inside these matches, or those matches can still happen, and our traditional Survivor Series matches can still be, 5 schmucks from Raw, versus 5 other schmucks from Raw, a 4-on-4, however you want to build it out, right? But let it be more show based. Let each show be represented, and because then you tell a better story. Like, you and I both know over the next 2 weeks, we're not going to see Seth and Finn go over and attack Drew and Jeff.
Yeah.
Right? That's not going to happen until the go home show.
I think at best what we get is this coming week. At best, we get Big E come over to help Xavier to build that champion versus champion, Roman versus Big E.
Maybe
after what happened Friday night, we might could see Big E come over and start the ball rolling for each week. Something
Maybe.
Leading up to Survivor Series, because we only got a couple more weeks till Survivor Series.
We have 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks from tomorrow night.
So you got to get the ball rolling somehow. So that's what, 4 shows until Survivor Series?
Yeah.
So I mean, you have Big E come over and help Xavier maybe get a fluke win over Roman just to piss Roman off and make it look,
What I will say is, to a certain extent, I like the announcement on Twitter. Because I get so tired of the qualifying matches when because I can't get excited about it, right? Like, I like, pick your team. You have a captain, pick your damn team. Now, when you look at the captains, though, there's some pretty solid captains. And let's run down, where the hell did you go? Well, we lost Butters. Butters is back. Butters is gone. Butters is back. You doing okay over there? All right, so this is a segment of the show where Butters doesn't know how to use technology. So while he's doing that, I'm going to jump over here. And what up, Damien? Damien says, fuck the Sixers. You're on your own, pal. Good luck. Julie disagrees. I think she disagrees to the poll. I love this. Might be my favorite comment of the night. Damien says Survivor Series is the real deal right now, fighting for your job. And Frank Vespi of HD Wednesday Night, where you can find Ryan Brodo, Tom Arnone, Greg Milakovic, Nate Money, Pop Moss, and Ralph Delavecchio. Frank says, hey, yo, sorry to bother you at work. I agree to the poll. I like the comment regarding the release of Nia Jax. Oh, for the love of God, I'm not reading that out loud.
Frank, stop. Don't make me have to. I swear to God, if I have to if I have to buy a plane ticket and smack your ass, I will.
First of all, I'll pay for it. Second of all, I'm coming with you. Third of all, this is great.
Don't be talking about my girl Nia, goddammit.
And Damien goes, damn, Butters got cut by WWE. Yeah, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry.
Good?
Yeah, the Bluetooth was on, and when the wife connected her earbuds, it accidentally connected to the iPad.
That's phenomenal. That might be my favorite moment too. So before I guess your wife interrupted us, if you really think about it. So before your wife interrupted us, let's go run down the teams. Okay. On one side, I have let's do the men's matches first.
Okay.
On the Raw side, you have Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, and then the Mysterios, Rey and Dominic.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just talk about the team first. Very interesting dynamic when you look at it. Right? Seth as your captain, Finn and Kevin Owens as baby faces, and then we know that you have a tag team in the Mysterios, but they're kind of, that's what I'm looking for here. They're kind of at odds with each other. This could be a turning point.
Well, see, here's the thing. I've noticed I think it's all of the Survivor Series team. I don't think I've seen the SmackDown Survivor Series team for the women.
I have it up here.
But what I've noticed is each team seems to have two people that are at odds with each other. Like they're potentially going to break the match down and it, cause their team one or the other way.
Right.
And at least that's what I'm seeing in these teams. I mean, you have the Mysterios potentially implode on each other, and there's that part of the team gone.
So, and it does set up to where this is where SmackDown can really take the reign and take the ropes and run with it. Because on the SmackDown side, you have Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy. I haven't gotten to do this yet. I'm going to do it right now. All hail King Xavier!
I thought it was King Woods.
Who cares? I said King Xavier. I blanked on his name. Holy shit. Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin.
Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin. Oh, Madcap Corbin? Or I'm sorry. It's Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss. There we go.
Those are the dumbest names on the planet.
You don't like Happy Corbin?
No, I've sat through a lot of dumb names.
Or the best name of them all, Madcap Moss.
Where's Ryan when you need him? I hate you so much.
Everybody loves a little butter in their life.
Wow. Just wow.
Slathered on everything.
There's so much, I want to hit you. I see Frank's comments in here. I want to hit Frank. Seals is back, and he said, screw your entire show. I want to talk about this, and we will. I promise, Seals. Just let me get through this bit, and we'll talk about it. I promise you. Fuck. You know what? I always say, people say to me, Andy, describe your show to me. Well, we do about 45 minutes of wrestling talk. And then the other 45 minutes is just off the damn rails. The train went choo-choo.
I love it. Great analogy.
But, so for the SmackDown side, I can see Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin messing with, Woods. And, you have no cohesion in these teams at all.
No, not at all.
We're telling stories within a story, and I'm fine with it. But it's like the most hodgepodgey teams I've ever seen.
I was fixing to say, compared to years before, yeah, this is the most, like, it's no longer like face versus heel kind of thing. I don't even think it's so much as freaking Raw versus SmackDown anymore. It seems to me just, you know what? They ain't got nothing to do for Survivor Series. Throw their ass on a team. You know what? Same with all them.
Pretty much. Now we get to the women. Before we go to the women, I'm going to put up some comments. Seals, War Games, forget the WWE releases, screw Survivor Series, screw the poll question. He goes, the poll question should be, do you agree or disagree with Braun Breaker losing at Havoc? I promise you, man, we'll talk about it. He goes on to say, sup, guys.
Fuck Chucky.
Damien goes, how the fuck is this brand versus brand when both shows are run by Sonya and Pierce? Thank you. Thank you. This guy gets it. This guy right here gets it.
It's like saying Teddy Long's running both the shows again.
Fuck you. Edie Zahara goes, put something on the line like a Royal Rumble spot, or where the loser brand gets number 1 and 2, and the winning brand gets 29 or 30. This is why I'm slapping Frank. I won't read it out loud. I will not say that out loud.
What, you don't like to say Bearcat?
Fuck off.
Bearcat.
Damien goes, where's mom?
God damn it, Damien. Fuck you. Love you too, Damien. Asshole.
Oh, shit. All right. Let's get into...
Man's got jokes tonight.
Let's get into the women's matches. On the Raw side, you have Bianca Belair, one half of the tag team champions, Rhea Ripley, the ever lovely Liv Morgan, Carmella, and Queen Zelina.
God, if there was ever a breakdown in a match, it's those three right there. Like, WWE, do you have to make it this obvious? Because you know these women are not working together. For the love of God, they are not working together.
No. Like we always... this is going to sound so bad, but I'm going to say it anyway. Oh, God, please don't let anybody I care about be watching. We all know that, with the men's match, there's going to be some kind of breakdown. But you try to put 5 women on the same team and have them all coexist at one shot, it's not going to happen.
It's like giving them a pair. It's like giving them a pair of shoes and telling them which one of y'all want it bad enough.
This is how I see this playing out. This is how I truly see this playing out. You're gonna see Carmella and Zelina try to be all diva and I'm holier than thou, and Liv Morgan's gonna get involved, and the 3 of them are gonna tussle to the back. Bianca and Rhea are gonna look at each other and go, "Well, fuck it," and throw hands. Because, in my opinion, I think that Bianca and Rhea can very easily wreck some shop.
Oh, yeah. By far. Like, to me, though, Team SmackDown, I think, has the better... I know you haven't said it yet, but I feel like they have the better end of winning it. At least compared to cohesion-wise.
I think so. When you look at Team SmackDown, and I liked most of this team.
I really do too. Now, this is a team that kind of makes sense. I mean, you might have a little bit of a breakdown between 2 of them, but I mean, to be quite honest, this is probably the one team out of all the 4 fucking teams that make any goddamn sense. So
you have Sasha Banks, Shayna Baszler, Shotzi. What do you got, Versace on the mind? No, she looks like a friend of mine in the face.
Oh.
Like, I'm not even trying to be funny here. Like, I looked at her for a split second and I saw a friend of mine.
Gotcha.
Shotzi. I almost said Sachi again, goddammit. Natalia, and then for some fuck reason, Aaliyah?
Yep, Aaliyah.
Why? Fucking why?
I think just to add her to the mix since she's on SmackDown now, to do something with her.
Bite me.
This might be a small push for her to see how she does.
Where's the comment? Boom, right here. All right, Edie, I'm going to put you over, and then I'm going to bury you in the very next comment. Fair warning, pal. So Edie goes, replace Aaliyah with Toni Storm.
Yep.
Yes, 100% all day long and twice on Sunday. Now here comes the part where I bury you. Vince McMahon's more interested in making money than building Survivor Series. I'm sorry. The last time I checked, WWE's a business. And good business is to, I don't know, make money.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, wouldn't he want to make money?
Yep.
And he pays morons to build Survivor Series. I wish I had the clip at the ready. I don't, but it's all about the money.
Money, 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 money.
Seals goes, I like the new Shotzi gimmick. They'll probably drop the tank gimmick.
They've pretty much already said that with her promo she cut Friday night. She basically said, I don't need no tank to do it. So the tank's pretty much done.
Which is fine, right? The tank served its purpose and everything like that. But I like Shotzi in the sense of her just being able to walk out there and fuck someone's day up. I know that they can. I know that she can, let me say. And I don't know, there's something about, like, I'm looking at this picture, and it's the picture that WWE posted earlier today. It's our thumbnail picture. Look at Shotzi in that photo, and she just looks like, yeah, we know that Sasha's the team captain, but she takes such a commanding presence in that photo.
Oh, God, yes.
Patriots fan 12, watch UFC so much better than the dying WWE. That is your opinion, good sir. WWE is hit or miss, right? I wouldn't say UFC is so much better. I'm sorry, I can't justify spending $60 to watch a fight that lasts, I don't know, 30 seconds.
If that.
A couple minutes. And that's a very, very surface level opinion on UFC. Because don't get me wrong, I have no problem sitting down and watching on YouTube a bunch of knockouts. It's fun. I'll give you that. I can't justify I can't justify spending that money. I'll wait till it's on Facebook the next morning.
Right? I mean, I'd rather spend my money on something else. I mean, come on now.
I think I've watched every McGregor fight on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, it's McGregor. What do you expect?
Like the next morning in a highlight reel. I think I've watched every single one of his damn fights. Okay. So now we got that out of the way. And we'll do our predictions on the teams, not next week, but the week after during our Survivor Series preview show. This next segment is brought to you by the Counseling Center in Sunrise Detox. Many of us in our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We're happy to support the Counseling Center in Sunrise Detox. If you need help, please call 856-651-8117. And now it's time for This Week in Wrestling. Well, we've been away for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And since my man Seals wants to talk about it, because he said, screw all your shit, we talking about it now. Let's talk about it now. During Halloween Havoc last week, Braun Breaker lost in the main event against
Tommaso Ciampa.
And I thought Halloween Havoc was a great show. We saw the tag titles change hands. We saw Mandy Rose get her women's championship, which I loved that match. I love the fact that Mandy's champion. I love all
Toxic Attraction.
I love all the promo work they've done with Mandy. Have you watched some of the stuff they put out on social media for her?
A little bit, not really a whole lot.
You should. because this comment becomes a lot more entertaining when you look at the promo work they've done for Mandy. You know what, Damian? I'm gonna give you another round of applause, man. You are dropping all the right comments at the right time, my guy. And there's no communication there. Damian's just like, Ritz is gonna say this, I'm gonna say that. Boop.
Ding 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 ding.
Chris chimed in saying AEW is way better. We're not gonna do this tonight. We're not gonna do this. I won't lie. I have been in and out on WWE over the last few weeks. I've been a little bit more AEW focused. I think some of that plays into the fact that we were getting ready for Mission Pro Wrestling. At least I was getting ready for it so hardcore. I was watching anything and everything I could get my hands on regarding some of these people. And a few of these people have been on AEW Dark. Like their former Mission Pro Wrestling champion, La Rosa Negra, was actually on AEW Dark. She did tapings for it the next day after we watched her lose the title. Like she got on a plane, flew to Orlando, and did the tapings that next day. So I find myself watching a lot of AEW lately, just because.
I watched a few clips today this past week. I mean, Eddie Kingston, that promo between Eddie and Punk is
So it got sent. So last night, karaoke, everything like that, and Eddie Kingston. Somebody sends me the clip of Eddie Kingston headbutting CM Punk. Well, I can't hear anything, so I don't know what was said. I'm sorry, CM Punk headbutting Eddie Kingston. So I just sent back, WTF, did I fall asleep and miss the part where Punk and Kingston are going at it? And they're like, oh yeah, this happened. So I watched the promo back in pieces, right? I don't know if I saw the whole thing or not yet. And per the usual, it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a testament to Eddie Kingston and to CM Punk. And we know that at Full Gear, it's going to be Punk versus Kingston.
Yep.
And that's a huge match for Eddie Kingston.
Mm-hmm. But back to, NXT, I honestly thought the main event was a great match. It was a great, they put on a great match. Hell of a,
they surprised the hell out of me.
Braun Breaker, it might be a little early for him, to hold down the fort. But to be honest, I see him as one of the future guys of holding down that fort, holding down that title. They had to do the throwback between his uncle and fucking Chucky. Like, it seems like
what's so funny? You know what's so funny about Braun Breaker to me?
Or I'm sorry, I think it's his dad and Chucky, wasn't it, or was it?
It was his dad and Chucky.
That's what I thought.
You know what's so funny about Braun Breaker to me?
What's that?
Until that match, I didn't give two shits about him.
Really?
I think some of it plays into I was never a Rick Steiner fan.
Gotcha.
I was never really a Scott Steiner fan, but I thought he was entertaining as hell.
Well, see, it's funny because somebody brought it up to me today. I don't remember who was it. It might have been today or last week, but talking about, how WWE wants nothing to do with, like say Scott Steiner thing, but yet here we have Braun Breaker doing any and everything of both his dad and his uncle.
Yeah.
And they're just letting it fly. Like, fuck it, let's do this.
Fuck it, let's go. Now
and he's doing a great job. I've been watching.
He really is.
I've been watching it since the beginning because I've actually been. He piqued my interest when he first appeared, and he's been killing it, at least in my opinion.
No, I was very, very happy with it. Another thing you get from that is So, excuse me. Ciampa's walking up the ramp. He's holding the NXT title, and out comes Johnny Gargano.
Oh yeah, this past Wednesday. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, obviously for his match. Okay. But it was a really good moment, and they stare at each other, and the place goes bananas.
Yeah, a simple, please give us one more DIY reunion,
Yeah, but what I like so much about the DIY stuff is they'll always tease it, they'll never do it, but when they decide to do it, it's super special.
Yep.
I do want to bring this up. John Moxley, he goes, you got to admit John Moxley did the right thing going to rehab for help. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know, John Moxley admitted himself to a alcoholism rehab facility earlier this week. He was replaced in the World Championship Eliminator Tournament match by Miro. So it will be Miro versus Brian Danielson at Full Gear next Saturday. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But I did want to bring it up because the comment will get lost, and I did not want this comment to get lost. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
Jamie, at least I have a brain. This is true. You're doing better than Butters.
Damn.
Rainbow Group Chalk Cycle. Okie dokie. I think that Bobby Lashley will come on the good side when he comes back to WWE. He could come back as a face. It's possible. It won't happen, but it's possible.
Right?
Anything's possible in the WWE.
I see Goldberg becoming champion again.
You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth.
Goldberg versus Big E Langston for the...
No.
And new!
Son of a bitch. She's still going.
Goldberg!
Damn it. It's fucking annoying.
You know you love you some Oldberg.
Shut your mouth. As far as like a recap of the shows and whatnot, I don't say I don't want to. We have more pressing things to talk about right now.
Real quick, did you catch Friday Night at all?
No.
Then you missed the match between Drew McIntyre and Ricochet.
Was it good?
It was amazing, and the Claymore kick in the middle of a moonsault was even better.
I did see that.
Oh my God. I'm watching this match, and the next thing you know, I was like, oh, moonsault into oh my God.
I saw that.
Great match of the week, boys and girls.
All right, let's get down. Let's go straight to the releases.
Yep, let's get down and dirty.
Let me get in here. Yeah, they released 71 people this year.
But we're turning a record profit, brother.
I bet you they still are.
Oh, I know. That's the thing. They're turning that record profit. Yeah, they're turning it all right by turning them people out.
So here we go. And we're going to go one by one, and we're just going to talk about them, whether they were surprising, whether they weren't. Most of these don't surprise me. Most of these don't bother me.
A lot of the releases didn't bother me at first, and then all of a sudden you started getting into the bigger names, and I'm like, hold the fuck on.
Seals. He goes, yeah, ruined Hit Row in the blink of an eye. If that's because they got rid of B-Fab, word I never thought I'd say out loud. She was horrendous in the ring, bro.
First off, you didn't ruin Hit Row. Yes, even me and Alex talked about this today, and he said, "Oh, that was Hit Row that's what they had going for them." I'm like, why does everybody think it's one person?
If you think that's what they had going for you, you clearly, and this is not directed at Seals because I know Seals isn't that stupid.
Correct.
You clearly don't have a godfuck clue of what Hit Row is doing, was doing, will do. Right?
Yeah.
I got no disrespect toward B-Fab, but in the grand scheme of things, if you said you know what, we got to cut somebody, I'd rather it be her who brings nothing to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Diddly squat. Right? They kept the people of value. You know, now, this sucks. She did just sign a new deal right before she got released.
That's the only thing that really pissed me off is you literally signed a deal, what, a week or two ago, and then all of a sudden you're going to release these people?
Yeah.
Like, no, dude, there should be some sort of safety net or some sort of rules along the line that states if you sign this contract, and they release you, you should get something out of it. I get it, they get a downside guarantee, but that's not right, man.
Ember Moon.
Oh, man. Great talent, but the problem was they just kept shifting her too much.
Well, it's not even that. Ember Moon was so one-dimensional. Right? I thought her NXT run was great.
Mm-hmm.
But again, she was one-dimensional there. They brought her up to the main roster, and she didn't shine, but she didn't flounder. She just maintained a constant, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, she doesn't do anything there.
Yeah.
She goes and teams up with Shotzi for a hop, skip, and a jump. Right? So Ember leaving, yeah, it's sad because I think she has very good talent. And I think, the Eclipse off the top rope is a very good move.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But, I mean, overall, not really too big of a loss compared to some of the other names on the list.
Like this next person.
Uh-oh.
Eva Marie.
Flash in the pan.
So this doesn't affect me one way or the other. I said it when her name got announced. I don't know if it was our chat or another chat, but her Instagram is more impressive than her entire wrestling career.
I mean, damn. Oh, man. And not to mention to get released in the middle of a filming of a movie.
Shucks.
Oh, darn. Whatever will we do?
Now, this one does bother me a little bit because she just got here. She really didn't have a chance to get her feet underneath of her. But it's Taya Valkyrie.
Oh, my God. Oh, dear Jesus.
And I'm pretty sure this article that I'm reading has a typo because it says Frankie Money. I thought it was Frankie Monette.
It is Frankie Monette. Frankie
Okay.
Monet.
Monet.
That's probably where they got the typo is because it's pronounced Monet. Like the fucking painter, not the goddamn Monet. But no, they didn't do anything with her. They literally put her with freaking what the hell's that group called in NXT?
I have no idea.
Robert Stone brand. Had her leading the Robert Stone brand, and that's all they did with her. Oh, she got a world title shot, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, so now, but she is coming back out and as Taya Valkyrie, and she'll end up on AEW and kick someone's ass.
AEW Impact, I don't care as long as she ends up somewhere good,
Here's one where I know he wanted it. He wanted out, so good for him. Was Grand Metalik.
Yep.
But another one where it doesn't do anything for me. Like, I don't care. Like, and that sounds so shitty, but like, okay. Happy trails. We wish you the best of luck on all your future endeavors.
Because didn't they release Lince Dorado with him?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Oh, okay. I figured you're doing them both at once.
No,
but
literally going down this list.
Okay, yeah, Grand Metalik, nothing for me. Another flash in the pan.
All right, let me go back up because I had to scroll through my list a little. Davey Boy Smith.
Dude, never even seen TV time.
Nope.
No, hardly anybody knew he was even signed. That's the crazier thing.
Yup.
You come back, you get re-signed, nobody knew, and then you get released.
Like,
that's bad.
We spent more time talking about him than WWE did putting him on TV.
Even just mentioning his name is more time.
Rest my case. Jeet Rama. Moving on. Jesse Camilla.
Yes.
Also, moving on.
Wasn't Jesse Camilla, wasn't she part of the No, she wasn't part of Legado del Fantasma. I don't know who she was.
I think she might have been.
Oh, if that's her, then
it's either her or it was Katrina Cortez, who also moving on.
But that's the crazy thing, is both those teams lost their women. They had that big feud in NXT.
I ain't saying shit.
But they had the big feud, a good feud, and then it's just like all of a sudden their women valets, their women wrestlers just went bye-bye. It ain't right.
We're just going to move on because what I'm going to say isn't going to be beneficial to anybody.
I mean, you might as well say it at this point.
The fuck I will. I ain't saying shit.
Okay.
This one surprised me a little bit. Karrion Kross.
That surprised me a lot. Not a little bit. A lot. I don't understand it. He was set up for a new gimmick. I don't know why you change gimmicks to begin with when you bring somebody up from NXT. If the gimmick was already good enough in NXT, it's going to be good enough in the show. And you just totally ruined him.
Like, and Scarlett got released as well. But,
like, you should have kept him paired up, kept him as a beast like he was in NXT.
Like, I'm looking at this picture. Hold on, we're putting this up. Share screen share, screen one, boom. I'm gonna make this bigger. Like, look at this schmuck.
Yep.
Like I've never said these words in my entire life, but I never thought two straps could completely ruin an entire human being. Considering this thing right here looks like somebody colored on it with a crayon. This thing right here, and I know it's the lighting, but I don't give a fuck. This thing right here looks like somebody took, like, remember those wax pastel crayon things?
Yep.
Those.
What's he trying to be, a knockoff male Black Widow?
And then don't even get me started about this stupid shit right here.
Oh, his gladiator helmet?
Oh, God help me. It looks like a medieval Cyclops.
It's Gladiator Kross coming at you, boys and girls.
Frank Vesby Cross trying to look like Demolition.
Sans face paint.
Ryan Brodo. Not sure if you guys answered this already, but who do you think WWE will regret releasing the most out of the recent releases?
Keith Lee.
We haven't gotten to mine yet, but I think it's going to be Keith Lee.
Yep.
Bearcat. Damien goes Cross looking like he auditioned for the next 300 movie.
That's what, an extra?
Yes. Katrina Cortez. Meh. Moving on.
Yep.
Oh, bask in his glory.
We ain't basking anymore.
This guy right here. This motherfucker right here. I've never, off the rip, watched somebody of his size, of his stature, walk out, and with this look right here, I've never seen somebody go, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Right?
But this guy does it and did it. And
he was putting on 5-star matches.
And I think it was Pete that said less than 18 months ago, this bastard held both titles in NXT.
Yes.
And then you brought him up to the main roster, and he was limitless. And
You ruined him.
And then, like, this is somebody where I don't like to get behind the train of, Vince ruins people or ruins gimmicks or ruins this or ruins that.
Oh no,
But you took away the music. You took away the limitless factor. Okay, fine. He was still going out there and he was wrecking shop. He went away for a little bit, got COVID, all that shit happened, shows back up, and now he's a goddamn Bearcat?
Well, see, here's my thing, though. You read some of the stuff online that talking about, oh, he was hard to work with. Bitch, please.
Hard to work with my ass.
He was probably just pissed about his gimmick because you took away one of the biggest things he had going for him in Limitless Keith Lee. His debut was great against Randy Orton, had great matches, and yet you want to change him to Bearcat. Roar.
Like, look, no disrespect to Bearcats, okay? No disrespect to schools like Sam Houston.
Well, no,
who are the Bearcats? But in what fucking world? In what creative meeting? What the fuck were these guys smoking?
Because they wanted to go off the old school wrestling Bearcat name. They wanted to bring, I guess, homage to Bearcat. I don't remember his damn name, but why? Just stop giving somebody a gimmick like that when.
How do you take this? Fuck this. We're doing this right now. Bearcat Keith Lee. And then you turn it into this.
Bearcat, roar.
Like, who hurt this guy? Bearcat Lee clauses what? Fuck you. No, absolutely not. To answer Ryan's question, this is their biggest regret.
Yep. Big time. Wholeheartedly 100% agree with that. Biggest regret in the world.
And there's your biggest regret in the women's division.
Yep. You're wholeheartedly going to regret.
Because you never gave her, other than her time in NXT, you never truly gave her the time to shine.
Yep.
Right? I'm sitting here taping up my hand like I'm going to fight somebody. I'm bored. Well, I'm not bored, but I'm fidgety.
You're pissed off.
Yeah, I'm very pissed off. Hey, at least he wasn't called Chocolate. Fuck you, Damien. Wasn't called Chocolate Thunder. Kiss my ass.
Chocolate Thunders. If they gave him the Bearcat, they probably would have given him sexual chocolate again.
Oh my god, that might have worked in today's day and age.
It probably would. It'd have been a lot better than Bearcat.
At a Pierce bite, we call one of my friends sexual chocolate because he pisses him off. It's great. This one surprised me. Like
it surprised me and made me mad. I'm pretty sure Ralphie's a little pissed right now.
Yeah, Ralphie's not doing okay right now. Not just because of this, but if you take a look at the sports world, Ralphie's sports world,
he's probably crying in his broken chair.
Here, I'm just going to rattle off some things here. Michigan State.
Poor Ralphie.
Luka and the Celtics. AD. Yeah. It's not good for our friend Mr. Delavecchio.
Nope.
But I did have a lot of fun telling him this on Thursday. Because he's not in any of our wrestling chats, and it dropped. And Ryan's in a wrestling chat with me. So and I have a chat with me, Ryan, and Ralph for some other stuff. So I messaged Ryan, and I was like, Ryan, can I tell him? So I got to tell Ralph, and Ralph was pissed.
I mean,
and then when you read like the post that she put out today, where she said she's taking some time off for personal, there is
and then requested more.
Yeah,
we'll give you your time off. Here you go, honey.
But so here's my caveat to that. This is not me defending WWE. It's only one side of the story.
Correct.
Right? And it's very easy if you're going to be the vocal person to create. Like, she's creating her own narrative. And I'm not saying that, hey, she's not dealing with something. I'm not saying that anything like that. All I'm saying is, what was the WWE side of things? What was her reasoning behind it?
Well, they're always going to tell you budget cuts.
Well, but they gave her a schedule. Like, she had a return date set. So it wasn't like they weren't planning for her to come back.
Well, also, she was in one of the ones that was the possibility of not having her shot.
No, so my understanding that has nothing to do with it.
Okay. Well, I know there's a lot of these cities that requires a COVID shot in order to do any kind of sports related thing or to get into venue. So
yeah,
it's like,
but that's I think they're separate. They're very separate from each other. First of all, I think I tape this really well, and I don't understand how people fight like this because I have like zero movement in my hand, and like I can. It's probably
that might be the point. They're actors,
but there's also like, and it could just be the fact that this isn't actual tape. This is something a little thicker. I might be cutting circulation off to my hand.
That's
I don't know.
She said. Might be a little thicker.
Scarlett, we already talked about it.
Sad day.
Trey Baxter.
Who?
Exactly. And
who?
Exactly. Thank you. I rest my case.
Like, I don't even know who she is.
I don't either.
But.
So I want to pose this to the fam. I want to pose it to you. I had a conversation with Jax, and it was based on a lot of different things I was reading, different things I was hearing. How much of these budget cuts do you think plays into the fact that ROH just completely liquidated their talent roster? And is it a play to get ROH people now that they're available?
I don't think it's...
Or are you trying to flood the market so AEW starts picking up more than they can handle?
So, I don't think it is a trying to buy Ring of Honor talent. It might have to do a little bit with the flooding, but I think it might have to also do with how much of this budget cut is WWE trying to do in order to get that library.
But I think it all plays a factor into the Ring of Honor thing. Whether it's the library or the talent, you're trying to get something from a Ring of Honor.
Yeah. I think at best they're not trying to get the talent, they're trying to get the library. But then at the same time, it makes a lot of sense to flood the market to see if AEW will pick all these people up. And then they're like, well, shit, now we're going to have to look like the bad guys because we're releasing all this talent. We just picked up a bunch of talent. But if Tony Khan's the smart man like everybody thinks he is, he'll only pick up one or two, or, he'll pick up the ones that make sense and not just start picking everybody up.
Yeah, and Damian, WWE lied that she didn't have her shot. Jack said on Instagram she was never told she had to get shot. I don't necessarily know if WWE said you had to get vaccinated.
Correct.
Is what it is. Seal goes, how is there no one in the room that goes, hell no, not Keith Lee? I'm sure there had to have been, right?
Oh, I'm pretty sure there was people backstage going, at least with a couple of these. I mean, hell, Paige is hashtag bring Nia back. I mean,
Frank Vespi, Sinclair Broadcasting sucks. Anyway, ROH didn't need him. AEW is trying to get All In, which is an ROH. God, could you imagine if WWE scores the rights to All In? The very first All In? God, could you imagine that? That'd be funny as hell.
Right? That's what I'm saying. WWE's, I honestly, wholeheartedly believe WWE's trying to buy something of Ring of Honor or the whole damn thing in general.
I mean, I could see
because
it, dude.
that library alone is huge, especially with some of their wrestlers. Like, oh man. Granted, AEW is probably going to go after it too. I mean, that's the fight I want to be the fly on the wall to see.
Exactly. All right, here's the part of the show where Frank Vespi is going to get super excited. Because I can tell we're running out of time. We're at the hour mark. I want to keep us to about an hour and a half, and we've got some other things. So we're not going to talk AEW's weekly program right now, because we'll do that more next week when we recap everything and probably do some kind of live breakdown of Full Gear, since it'll be on when we're on. But we're going to do Full Gear preview, okay? And Full Gear preview is brought to you by Alan Foy of eXp Realty. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, looking for a change in career or brokerage, contact Alan Foy of eXp Realty LLC at 302-682-8820 or visit him on the web at alan.foy@exprealty.com. So let's get into Full Gear. We're going to start with the Falls Count Anywhere 6-man tag team match. Christian Cage and the Jungle Express versus Super Click. Adam Cole, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson. Who do you got and why?
Man, I really think the Super Click's going to get this one. Only because right now the Super Click's kind of dominant and everything. And I feel like, yes, it's going to be a great match, but I feel like Super Click is going over because they've been so dominant lately.
I think it's going to build. I think Super Click does win, but I think this builds more to a Super Click versus Dark Order match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, I know they just did it, but I think they're going to do it again, and I think there's going to be something on the line. I'm not 100% sure, but it's also going to play into the Hangman Adam Page thing.
Correct.
Right. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see them involved. But yeah, I do think Super Click does take the win here. CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston.
I think Punk takes this one. This is going to be the match. This is probably going to be one of the matches of the night.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a tie for match of the night, but it's going to be one of them top matches of the night. But I really think Punk's going to get this one. I think Punk's going to be on an undefeated streak for a long while, at least until he gets in that title picture.
If he gets in that title picture.
True.
Right. And the person that's going to beat him is going to need the win, so to say. Eddie Kingston doesn't need this win.
No, Eddie Kingston, it doesn't matter if win or lose. He's going to put on a hell of a match, and that's all that matters, at least even to Eddie. I mean,
right. Darby Allen versus MJF. I think these two tear the house down. I love what they've been doing, the promos, the back and forth, and so much of how they are complete opposites of each other.
Correct.
Right? On one side, you have Darby Allen, the skater, punk rocker vibe, and then you have the sophisticated douchebag that is MJF. I think Darby wins. I want Darby to win, but I think MJF takes the victory here.
I was going to say, I think MJF's gonna sneak one out, get a little sneaky, and pick this one up cheaply.
I think he needs to, because you can't have MJF lose again and then him still have some kind of credibility from a storyline perspective against somebody. The Lucha Brothers are going to defend their tag team titles against FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood.
Oh man, this is a tough one. This is going to be a good match, but I fuck the Revival, huh?
All Lucha Brothers. They're not dropping these tag titles. You're fucking high.
I mean, at the end of the day, fuck the Revival.
I love the Revival, but with them winning the AAA tag titles, I don't think we're going to see them.
And that very well could be.
But it is kind of ironic that the Lucha Bros have the AEW tag titles and the Revival have the AAA tag titles.
And especially when they're all about, the ground game and not doing fancy flips and flying, and yet they have the Lucha titles. It's all about flips and flops and fancy things.
Exactly. Seals wants to know, is MJF losing his douchebag heat a little? No, because he's still a douchebag and everybody hates him.
100% agree.
I don't think he's losing shit. Because you got to go watch. He does an interview, and I don't remember who the interview's with. And even if I do, I'm probably not going to bring up their name here because it's somebody else, and fuck them. It's not us. Put it that way.
Damn.
And he just cooks these people that he's on an interview with, and so he's funny. He does great interviews and all that, right? And the guy stays in character. Like, kayfabe's still alive for this man, and you got to give him some credit. But because kayfabe's still alive, he comes off like a prick.
It's still real to him, damn it.
No shit. The Inner Circle. This match I'm excited for. I am really, really excited for it for a couple different reasons. I hope you can pick them out. Let's see.
Inner Circle. It
is a 10-man tag team Minneapolis street fight with the Inner Circles, Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, Santana, and Ortiz versus Men of the Year, Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, and America's top team, Junior Dos Santos, Andre, not even fucking trying to pronounce it. Sure, that guy. And Dan Fatface Dipshit Lambert.
Damn. I bet you hoping Lambert takes it.
Fuck you.
No. I mean, I hope you. I'm pretty sure you're hoping Dan Lambert gets wrecked.
No,
it's where I was going with it.
No, I hope Dan Lambert does take it. It being the Judas effect.
Exactly. That's where I was trying to go with that. Is Dan Lambert's getting wrecked one way or the other.
Like I've never met a man with a more punchable face than Dan Lambert.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you have Meltzer,
Don Callis,
Russo.
Okay, he's up there with them. He's 100% up there with them.
Kevin Dunn,
Bucktooth, fucking beaver bastard.
People power.
But you know what though? I like Johnny Ace. I even like John Laurinaitis. But like, I to be in that same category is terrifying. Speaking of terrifying, I see something that scares me, and I'm not going to talk about it because nope. If I don't acknowledge him, he's not here. Fuck, he's here.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Before whatever's about to happen happens.
Yes.
Wolf Kitten.
Well, I mean, there was a guy called Bearcat.
Damn!
So, I mean, I'm not going to completely do copyright on it, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, from A2D Wednesday night and the Monday morning quarterback, Mr. Ryan Wolf Kitten Brodo. I hope I never have to say that again.
Oh, I'm right there with you. I hope it just doesn't stick. I hope it's one of those names that just doesn't ever get heard from again. Anyway, I have a question, and I was going to type it, but YouTube only has, like, a certain character limit.
Oh, that's scary. What, are you writing me an essay?
Well, it's got layers to it.
Oh, do I need to get comfy?
All right, Shrek, let's do this.
Shrek. You're the one that looks more like Shrek than he does.
That's the Mona Lisa. What are we doing? That's the Mona Lisa. I feel like it's within the last year when we did our draft show.
Yeah.
Do you remember all the names that got picked really, really early? Like Karrion Kross and
how none of them have jobs anymore?
And like all of them are gone. Like all of them. And it's either we're really bad at drafting or there's a problem in that company.
Well, I've seen some of your fantasy football teams.
What's this your stuff? Technically, you're on my team.
Good
my
point.
guy.
I've also been here and been on shows where I've watched Howie Roseman draft. So I would have to say part of it's probably us.
See, I like to think it's Vince because that way I don't have to blame us.
Well, no. I honestly would have to say it's Vince because we're picking all this great talent here, and yet here we are a year later.
No,
and
Butters is only siding with you because he's scared of what you'll do to him next.
No, I'm not going to do anything.
No.
Listen.
This is not I don't give two shits. I ain't afraid of no bullshit.
I didn't know what he was about to call. He should have just said, "I'm not afraid of no wolf kitten," and moved on.
Yeah, I would have respected that comment. I really would. No, I come in peace. But
I'm just saying, I wholeheartedly think it's Vince because anybody could have done that same draft and they'd have drafted almost the same exact way.
Well, I don't know if they would have drafted Tamina Snuka, but I'll leave that alone.
Hey. At least she still got a job, damn it.
That's the thing. She's the only one left.
Like when they announced Nia, I let it slide, and then I came back and I went, "But Tamina still has a job."
She does.
Yeah.
Because again,
the fans are behind her. Damn it.
She fits in exactly what Vince wants. She's tall and she just stands there pretty much.
And she probably does any and everything they ask for backstage.
Yes. Very good.
Anyway,
I'm going to get off the screen so Wolf Kitten's no longer seen by the public.
Oh, we'll make it seen by the public.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
What?
I said, I'm sure you will.
I will. But to Ryan's point, though, and that was Ryan Brodo of HUD.
It's the NWO Wolf Kitten.
Quarterback. Oh my God, it's the NWO Wolf Kitten. Frank, I know you're here. Frank, get to work.
Hey, the colors are the Eagles' colors.
You know how Ryan came in peace right here?
Uh-huh.
When he comes back, because he probably will come back, there won't be any peace anymore.
But it just all ties together so well.
But anyway, I think the Inner Circle take the win here.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly do too.
I could be wrong, and Men of the Year and American Top Team could. Oh God. Like I keep watching the green room, seeing if anybody jumps in. And I get scared.
Mommy,
so scared. So because John, oh no,
I heard my name. What's going on?
So Ryan showed up as the Wolf Kitten.
Okay.
And Butter said it's the NWO Wolf Kitten.
In Eagles colors.
In Eagles
colors.
So I said, get to work.
Okay.
We'll see you later.
Yes.
So Miro fought Orange Cassidy this past week, and Miro takes the win over Orange Cassidy. So it'll be Miro versus Bryan Danielson. The winner of this will receive a future AEW World Championship match. Now,
to me, this is a toughie, even though it would more likely be Bryan Danielson, but I kind of want Miro to win it. I really want Bryan to win it. I'm on the fence on this one.
I think Bryan wins it. Just because if Kenny Omega retains,
you have Bryan versus Kenny part 2.
Yeah, I think it's more. Unfortunately, this match won't close out the show. Obviously, Kenny Omega and Hangman Page will. But this is one of those ones where I always say, depending on what happens with that match will determine who wins the championship match.
Correct.
And vice versa, right? But if you have Miro win, then Hangman Page is winning. Right?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to have a babyface versus a babyface, even though that doesn't typically matter.
Anymore.
Anymore. But they're not going to do it because, well, it's just not how they're going to do it.
Correct.
So, but I'm going to stick with the concept of Bryan Danielson winning. I don't see Miro beating him at this time.
Okay. Fair enough.
Ty Conti will go up against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
You really just wanted to do that, didn't you?
I really did. I don't know why I did, but I really did. And I'm very happy that I did it.
Are you an attention whore?
Have you met me?
Yes, and I've also met Britt too, and that was pretty funny.
You should. I don't know how it happened Thursday night, but I was singing a song Thursday night, and
oh God,
I ended up having my own personal spotlight. Some dude had a flashlight in his pocket. And this dude looks like Dusty Rhodes. Had a spotlight in his pocket, a flashlight, and was following me around while I was because I get a little anxiety when I'm on stage, like that. So I walk around the bar, and he was following me around with the spotlight over my head.
Oh Lord!
So you tell me if I'm an attention whore. And I loved it because it got to the point. It got to the chorus of the song, and the song everybody knows. So everybody was singing, and so I pandered to the crowd. I would sing my line, and I would go. I'd pull a Hogan. I think, man, this is tough because the TBS tournament isn't done yet.
I think Britt retains. Britt's going to be on a. I think Britt's going to hold this title for a little while, regardless of of who wins the TBS tournament title. I think Britt retains, but they're going to put on a good match.
I would like to see Ty win here to free up Britt to go against Thunder Rosa when Thunder Rosa wins the TBS title.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, but that's just me. Kenny Omega, Hangman Page for the AEW World Championship.
I really want Hangman Page to win this one. Period.
I am not good. This is not going to go over well with anybody here. I am not a Hangman Page fan.
Are you not a Hangman Page fan? Or are you a Vince McMahon I hate cowboy themed gimmicks fan?
I'm not a Hangman Page fan. No, because you can't
enough.
say I hate cowboy themed gimmicks because I love James Storm.
I'm saying in general, Vince hated cowboy themed gimmicks.
I don't give a fuck about Vince McMahon. What he likes and doesn't like. Fuck you. No, don't get me wrong. I liked his promo when he, from a couple weeks ago and whatnot, but I'm not a man. I would rather this doesn't have big fight feel, but in the grand scheme of things, there is a story behind it. It's not just, he won the ladder match a few weeks ago and now he gets to fight Kenny.
Correct.
There's legitimate story behind it. So I'm happy with the match. I'm not a fan of Adam Page. I don't think he has what it takes to be champion right now. And I could be dead ass wrong. And if I'm dead ass wrong, I will happily admit to it. And God, please don't let Jack see this clip. Fuck. But I'm just not an Adam Page fan.
Somebody go ahead and clip that clip and send it to Jax.
Eat a dick.
No, thank you.
But no, I can see Adam Page winning here as much as I don't like it. I think it's time for Kenny, and we've been talking about the fall of Kenny Omega for a while.
It hasn't turned out any way we've liked.
It's about time for him to lose another title, though.
Yes.
Because Kenny Omega is one of those people where you like him better in the chase than when he's at the top. It was like John Cena for a while. It was like Randy Orton every time he's had a title.
Mm-hmm. It is about time for Kenny to take a little bit of a break. I know he's hurting, but he's also putting everything on his shoulders, carrying it on his back. I think it's time, boys and girls.
And to wrap up, so that's Full Gear. We're going to talk more about Full Gear next week as it's happening. I don't know how we're going to do that yet, but we're going to.
Bring it on!
You're an odd individual.
CCC.
But let's wrap up the show with our favorite segment. It's time for the run-in.
I ain't doing no running, I'll tell you that much.
I don't do any running either. That's why it makes it funny. The run-in is brought to you by FanUp. FanUp is the best way to enjoy fantasy sports. Sign up now at FanUp, only on the Apple Store, and win your share of great prizes, daily NFL contests, and more. Sign up today. So for those of you that are new here, we literally throw the book out the window and we talk about anything we want.
We have a book to start with?
I have a book to start with.
Could have fooled me.
Book.
That looks like a tablet.
Which is this year's book. So shut up. But we throw it out the window and we talk about things that are happening. This is where we tend to get a little nerdy. I got a couple things I want to talk about. First off, on a light note, Young Justice is back, and I'm so happy. This season is great, but at the same time, I'm sitting here going, what are you doing? I'm not going to give away any spoilers because from a story perspective, I think it's great that we did another time hop.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a death, and I don't know how I feel about it. Speaking of how seasons are going, the series finale of Supergirl is Tuesday.
Sad day.
And it looks like they're bringing everybody and their fifth grandmother back for it.
Ooh, her fifth grandmother. Who's that?
Yeah. Lowena. But but on a more serious note, have you heard about this Astro World stuff?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I heard about it. I wholeheartedly think they need to bring Travis Scott in and just throw the fucking book at him.
So, all right. So let's back up for a second. For those of you that aren't aware, Astro World was a music festival that was supposed to take place this weekend here in Houston.
Oh, it took place all right.
It was hosted by Travis Scott. And yesterday was day one of the only day of the event. 8 people end up dying. Over 27 people had CPR performed on them. Hundreds of people were injured.
Mm-hmm.
They had to set up a reunification center at a hotel across the street so people who hadn't heard from family members could find them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, videos were released online of people running through security, climbing over, and I'm not talking like they had just a barrier where, you hop the barrier and bail. No, they had, what had to been 8-foot high fence lines, 6 to 8 feet high fence lines that these people were climbing over.
It's ridiculous.
And so the city of Houston, the mayor, Harris County judge, everybody canceled the event. They ordered the cancellation of the rest of the event out of pure public safety.
Well, they canceled the event, and they got investigators searching the place, looking for trying to figure out what the hell happened, what went wrong.
So I think there are a lot of different people to blame. Like you've got one, security for the event. There was just not enough personnel. They supremely underestimated what this was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I struggle. Look, I'm not a Travis Scott fan by no means, but I struggle putting blame on him. Right? That's one. All he did was host it. Right?
Well, see, here's the problem. Is the video I saw is where I put the blame on him.
Okay.
He's singing his songs. He's doing his thing. Everybody's yelling at him to stop. He can blatantly see what the hell is going on. These people getting crushed. These people having CPR performed on him. And he's just singing along, just looking down like nothing's going on.
See, I haven't seen that video yet.
At what point do you not see all this and stop? End it all. Tell everybody to... I don't give a shit if people paid $400 a ticket. At what point do you stop? At what point do you stop and say people's safety is more important than this concert?
No, I agree. And especially when you have moments like, not moments, but you're hearing reports of how somebody stabbed a security guard in the neck with a needle, and he had to be treated with Narcan. You're hearing reports of just everything that's coming out, and we're going to be hearing stuff for a while, I think, over the next few weeks.
But see, and that's why I feel like that's something that they need to bring his ass in and throw the damn book at him for, because he just kept on going, and it's like,
But what legal basis do you have to stand on for that?
Don't get me wrong, the families will sue him and they will get money.
Right, but but that's all they're doing. They're just going to get money. And I'm not defending Travis Scott, but I think more people to blame are security, event coordinators, event personnel. Who's liable for all this? Is it the building? Is it the personnel? Is it like there's going to be a case. They have a case over this. The families have a case. A lot of people have a case over this. I'm no legal expert, and I don't ever claim to be. That's a lie. I claim to be sometimes, but out of pure joke. But I think the music industry, the music fest. I've never been to a music festival. I really have no desire to go to one. The closest thing I've ever been to at a music festival is a day in the country, but that's where you sit at the pavilion all day long, and there's just people that walk up on stage and play. It's not like an actual, like, in a field kind of concert.
Yeah.
But man,
it's a sad day all around, especially the city of Houston, especially for the families of those that died, that were injured. It really.
And the way that everything, and I'm not trying to undermine this, right? But when I woke up this morning and I saw everything that had happened, one of the first things I read was about the reunification center, and it's like, wait a minute, and I don't know anything about what has happened yet at this point. It's like, I get things were bad, but we're treating this like it's a natural disaster. What the fuck happened?
Well, that's just it. That's the crazy part is families couldn't find their family members after the show. People were missing.
Well, and I think because some of that plays into the fact of, so they held everybody a lot of people got held. There's reports going around that people were selling laced cocaine out there.
People were ODing on just laced drugs in general.
Yeah, so people got held in place, and I think phone batteries died and whatnot. So I think it became all right, we have to do something so people can.
Correct.
As reports are coming out, people can get their information. But, I don't mean to kill the mood of it here, but definitely a very, very unsettling day in that aspect. So here's what we have on the horizon for you guys. Next week, we're going to do Full Gear breakdown and recap, okay? The week after is going to be Survivor Series. I'm going to put it out there now on the caveat of this is a hope. Don't know if it'll end up happening, but this is what we're going to aim for. Saturday night, November 20th, we are definitely doing a Survivor Series preview show. There are conversations being had right now of potentially doing a live Survivor Series reaction show the next night. I will not promise that, but we made the comment during SummerSlam that we were going to try to do live reactions for the Big Four, pay-per-views in the beginning. So, and I've gotten that question a couple times from some of the fam on social media and DMs and things like that. So to answer that question, that is a maybe. There's a good chance we might. There's a good chance we won't. The following week, if we don't do a SummerSlam reaction show, Survivor Series, thank you, Survivor Series reaction show, we'll do a Survivor Series recap. If we do a reaction show, then the 28th, we're going to have some fun with it. Okay, we're going to have some fun, and we're going to play around, and I'll come up with some kind of gimmick show for us to do. It'll be kind of off the rails because it's coming off of Thanksgiving weekend and all that other jazz.
I'll be feeling extra fat.
Than he already does.
That's why I said extra fat. Come on now.
Also, Mission Pro Wrestling will be back on November 20th at
Survivor Series weekend
at Southern Star Brewery. So, depending on a few different factors, we might be out there again for that weekend. And then we're just going to go through the rest of the year. December 5th is going to be just a regular in this very ring. I don't have the date for the December pay-per-view yet because I heard they canceled TLC.
That's because they don't even have a December pay-per-view yet as of now.
So this is subject to change. So December 11th, just a regular show. On paper, and actually in reality, December 18th is going to be our last show for 2021. Okay. If it's December 18th will be our last show for 2021 because obviously we're not doing a show on Christmas. And obviously we actually might do a show on New Year's Day just because WWE has that pay-per-view.
Correct.
So we might actually try to do a live show for that if we're both around. Because I'm off at 6 that day. So
and I'm off that day. Woo.
Oh, well, then we're definitely doing it. But December 18th, I'm gonna talk to a couple people. That's gonna be a gimmick show if there's no pay-per-view. I want to do some big end of the year fun thing, but I want to talk to people. I want to frame that out. But that's the rest of the year.
No, that's cold-hearted. I'm not gonna say that.
Shut up. That's the rest of the year for in this very ring. And everything is subject to change, obviously, with the world of professional wrestling and our own schedules. Some things may end up changing, but I like to tell you guys what's coming on the horizon, because you guys as a family, as our fans, as our fam, you do help drive the show, and you guys between Damian and Seals, you fuckers end up taking our show so far off the rails every week. But I love it, and that's why we love having you guys. Edie, my man, it was good seeing you again this week. We missed you, missed having you here, and then all our HUD family, just from Tom to Greg. I saw him comment in. Ryan, Frank, Daly, Pete, all those guys chiming in and saying hi. We greatly appreciate their love and support.
Big time.
Before we get out of here, do you have anything else for our fans?
I don't think I do. Nothing that I've,
Nothing noteworthy.
nothing noteworthy. I ain't seen nothing noteworthy. I ain't, I mean, you've pretty much hit the nail on the head with our future schedule.
So one last time, we're going to run through our sponsors. We're going to thank everybody. We're going to thank Body Check Wellness, the airline of products that promote wellness, balance, and recovery by using the full potential hemp. They come in extracts, blends, gummies, and topicals. Use promo code HUD for 25% off your order at bodycheckwellness.com. Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy. He's got 2 locations, Burlington and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's our doc. Make him yours. That's specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Many of us in our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We're happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need help, please call 856-651-8117. Alan Foy of eXp Realty. He's the person you want to call if you're looking to buy or sell a home, changing career or brokerage. Contact Alan Foy at eXp Realty LLC at 302-682-8820 or visit him on the web at alan.foy@exprealty.com. We have our HUD memberships, $9.99 a month. Perks include appearances on shows, members-only streams, shout-outs, and weekly sports picks from the Money Pot Podcast. Let the Money Pot picks pay for your membership, guys. Every single week, Nate is making these guys money. I'm seeing everybody posting their winnings, and it's all because of Nate and those picks. So listen to him. He's a smart, knowledgeable man. Get in while the getting's good. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code HUD at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. And then our friends at Gleason's Bar. They're located at 6700 Mill Creek Avenue in Levittown, Pennsylvania, my old stomping grounds. Use promo code HUD for 10% off your order, whether it's dine-in, takeout, or online. That's Gleason'sBarandSteaks.com. I actually was looking over their menu, and I know where I'm going the next time I go home. The next time I'm home, they have a Philly cheesesteak. They do it Trenton style. It's got a layer of pork roll on it.
Ooh! Don't make me hungry. Don't make me hungry again.
I've never thought to put the two together, but damn it, that's on my list. If I could get that shipped out here, I would, because that sounds amazing.
Just get the recipe and make it yourself.
I'm a lazy fuck. I had to go to my parents' house for cheesesteaks the other night. But
oh, that's good shit.
We thank Ryan for jumping on here. We thank Frank for jumping on here. That is the mayor of Toasty Town himself. That is the one and only Butters. I'm the Commissioner Ritz. We're going to see you guys next week. Make sure you check it out. Everything here at HUD Radio. There's so much fun coming up for you guys. Tomorrow, Agree to Disagree will be probably recapping. I don't know what time the game is, but they're going to recap the Eagles-Chargers game. And then we are off to the races next week with all our content.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I cannot stress this enough. Tell someone you love them. Peace, love, and joy. We out.
Stay toasty.